Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. So recently some breaking news came out that My Hero Academia is coming out with another movie. So I'm super excited for it. The movie is titled My Hero Academia You're Next. So basically referring to when All Might fought All for One during that his last official fight scene or whatever. And he basically pointed to the cameras after he was finished, and he basically told Deku, "You're next." So they basically played a little bit of that in the beginning of the movie trailer. But let's take a look at it, and then we're gonna get into it. So here's the trailer.
United,次は君だ。この俺があなたを象徴を引き継ぐ。
こちら A 組3班脱獄3名確保。こっちは4人勝ってんだよ。
A 組2班脱獄6名を確保した。
一体何が。なんだこいつ。危機感知が最大レベルで警告してくる。あの男は一体。
次は俺だ。
新しいオールマイト。
So after watching it, it's like, obviously I can't understand what they were saying because it's Japanese and everything like that, and I like for those of you who don't speak Japanese, we don't understand what they saying or like anything like that in terms of any Japanese writing or anything. But nevertheless, we can sort of interpret like what's going on. So basically, they have a new villain, right? And the villain was watching All Might's like final battle, and when he pointed to the camera, was like, "You're next." So when he pointed to the camera, the villain think that I'm gonna try to interpret it the best way I know how, but the villain seemed like All Might was talking to him, so he felt the way about that, and he decided, to reveal himself. And honestly, I like the animation and quality of this trailer, which is probably gonna most likely be in the movie. I like the design and everything. Like everybody looks like super high quality and everything like that. A little bit more than the show, actually, to me. But yeah, you got this villain, and he's basically, it seems like he's sort of mimicking like All Might, because at the end there, when you see he pulled off the mask, his hair was like similar to All Might. So I'm guessing he feels that he's like sort of like embodying All Might, like he's like a new version of All Might, I feel like. But we all know he's like a villainous version of All Might. But his powers, I don't know if that was his powers in the trailer. It was like this big glowing light, and everybody was running away from it. I don't know if you get caught in it, it takes away your powers, or it just disintegrates you. So I don't know, but I'm curious to see like more about this villain, because what if he have similar powers to All Might? You know what I'm saying? And that's a real problem, I ain't gonna lie. But Deku, he got like freaking 7 different powers, 8 different powers. So, but he's still learning how to use them. But Deku, I ain't gonna lie, he's probably the most OP character in this whole entire My Hero Academia universe, because he got like 7, 8 different powers. He's basically next to All for One in terms of power, because he got all those powers, and All For One got all his powers he done had through the years. But obviously, All For One probably have way more powers than him, because All For One lived for so long, decades and everything like that. So he definitely gonna have more powers than Deku. But yeah, man, I'm just interested in seeing like how this new character or new villain is gonna play out. Like, because it seems like he's trying to be a All Might, but he's not on the right side of things. And he felt All Might was talking to him when he pointed at the camera saying, "You're next." So I'm just curious to see how this whole thing gonna play out. I can't really like get too much into it because I didn't understand, like, you know, because it's in Japanese, so it's hard to interpret, you know, everything. But yeah, this new villain seems like he's gonna shake things up, and you know, I want to see like he's like a copy of All Might, but like I guess an evil version, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm excited to see it, and excited to see like the next trailers that they drop. Hopefully they're gonna be in English, and I could better interpret it and see like what's really going on. But yeah, man, here's my reaction to My Hero Academia. You're next. And another thing I wanted to add before I end this video. So what I was noticing, I feel like this new villain, he sort of has he's similar but different in a way to Stain. You know, the villain Stain, the one with the swords, the hero killer. He sort of has like a similar ideology, I feel like in terms of the view of All Might. Both of them viewing All Might as like this top symbol, like the rest of the world. Stain views him as like an actual real hero, and he's not a faker like the rest of them who only does heroism for money, fame, and all of that. And you know, that's just how the way Stain was looking at All Might, as like he's the best of all of them because he's actually a real hero. Now this villain, like, it seems like his ideology is like sort of similar to that. Like, he reviews All Might as like this, like everybody else, the top hero, but it became like his, I don't know how to put it in words, but like it became like his memento, if I pronounce that word right, or even if that's a word, like I'm gonna just say his anchor. Like All Might is like his anchor of motivation. You know what I'm saying? To be who he is. I feel like this new villain and Stain sort of shares like a similar mindset. Like I said, like this new villain sees All Might as an anchor, and that's his anchor so much that he wants to be like All Might, but in his own way. Now Stain, he doesn't want to be All Might. He just wants everybody else to be a real hero. That's why he was doing what he was doing. He was killing heroes because he feels like they're fakes and All Might is the real thing, like I said before. But yeah, I just feel like they similar and different in a way. One doesn't want to be like All Might. He just sees him as a real hero. The other wants to be like All Might, but in his own way. So that's the comparison I came up with. Just thinking like, who does this new villain reminds me of? And Stain came up. But yeah, that's what I was sort of like thinking. I was like, yeah, they very similar but different in a way. And with that being said, we got other reviews on the channel, and you're welcome to take a look at those reviews and also those reactions. And based on those reactions and reviews. You could go check out those animes, and I'm out.